So, good morning. I know start here. Hi, I see already we've got some participants. Great. Welcome. Please do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear and see me. I just will share it also onto the Facebook page, Funding Connection, so that we have some people also there. And this also gives everybody the possibility to have a look at it even later. So let's see. Looks like it is coming up. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a cold today. So today we will talk about the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund. Okay, go live. Yeah, it always needs a little bit of time. So, but yeah, it is working. That's great. I can see me there. Let me quickly see if I also can hear me. Of time. Yeah, I can hear me. Great. So, Monday morning again. Good morning, everybody. Absolutely excited. A nice week ahead. So, what I want to do today is I want to talk a little bit about the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund. What I also will do is, like I did with on the other webinars, I will share their website with you so that you have a good idea where you can find this information. But you also know that you are able to contact us directly if you need some help. So this webinar is for you about the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund. If you want to expand or start a business in KwaZulu Natal and your project requires 30 million or more. They are starting they are only interested in projects of 30 million and more, but it can be an expansion or it can be a startup. So now let me see that I can share a little bit the share the screen with you. Sorry, a little bit tricky here, but here we go. So you can see this is the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund website. It's lovely to work with them. I absolutely enjoy that. And the trick with them is, number one, is that they have quite a specific area of where they are interested in investing. And they only do asset finance. They do not finance working capital. Okay. So the sectors they will take into considerations are transport and logistics, every sort of manufacturing, telecommunication, everything regards power and energy, health and education infrastructure, everything in agro-processing. Keep in mind, agro-processing means that it's not agriculture. There are still sometimes some misunderstanding. What is agro-processing? It's really a further process of the product. Okay. So, and the next industry is the mining and mineral beneficiation, and they also sometimes they are willing to have a look at other projects just to see if it is interesting for them or not. All these projects, most important thing is, number one is they need to be profitable and viable. You need to be able to repay the loan. Okay. So, what are the advantages if you want to use the KwaZulu-Natal Growth Fund? They are interested in debt or even in equity. They have an interesting pricing. That means the interest rate can be even below prime. And what they also offer is they offer repayment holidays of up to 2 years. And interest. So interest and capital repayment holidays of up to 2 years. That can be, it's unusual. Usually you need to pay from the first month on your interest rate back. But in this case, they give you some some holidays. Okay. So the loan is between 5 and 9 years. So if you think about that, you can apply for 30 million, but you need to pay that back in the longest 9 years, even also with the 2 years of holidays. So you get a good understanding that this is really absolutely profitable, and you need to be able to have enough to earn enough cash so that you can repay this loan. The funding is also cash flow based for this venture. And they also try to assist you with their contacts, what they have, and their own networks, so that you can two of my staff is trying to be silent and go up the stairs. So that's why you're here in between some giggling. So anything else? Let me quickly see what is absolutely important for you to know. I think important for you to know is here, number one, it is sustainable, profitable. That's the project under project requirements. The project needs to have a minimum of 40% BE ownership, or at least a level 4. And the BE partners need to be involved in the operational side of the business. You just can't be a financier or partner, a silent partner, and not being 100% involved in the day-to-day business. Okay. And one thing is what's absolutely important, what I mentioned already in the beginning, because KwaZulu-Natal Growth Fund is only financing capital expenditure. So they don't finance working capital. That means that you need to structure a deal. It means that you need to be able to apply for part of the finance with the KwaZulu-Natal Growth Fund. You always need to have some collateral also for them. You are maybe able to apply for a grant from DTI, depending on your industry you are in. And then we can find another partner, IDC or NEF, for working capital. So we always need to structure the deal specifically to your requirements and the needs of the financier. Okay. One of the objectives of the KwaZulu-Natal Growth Fund is also that it needs to stimulate sustainable job creations. So you need to be able to create a certain amount of jobs, but you only are able to do that if you're really profitable, because otherwise these jobs are not sustainable. You can't apply, this is also something what is the KwaZulu-Natal Growth Fund needs you to be able to start your business 6 months, latest 6 months after the application. So they will check everything. They will say, yes, you qualify. Yes, we are interested in this project. It can't be in the infant stage of an venture. So you need to be really ready to go ahead with everything, and you need to have everything in place. So I think that was the basic information about the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund. Here you can see again here kzngrowthfund.co.za is their website. Let me see, I've got here 12 participants on Zoom. Is there anybody who has some questions at the moment from you guys? If you scroll down, you can see there is the chat sign, so you are able to ask me some questions there. I will go also to my Facebook page and let me see if there are some questions. There are also a couple of people watching. Great. Please let me know. Please feel free to post some questions if you have any. Doesn't always need to be regarding the specific fund, even if there are some other questions. Feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy to answer questions, to make it as interactive as possible. Just post them under comments on Facebook or in the chat on Zoom. Okay, so I see there are 2 questions here. Andre has no questions at the moment. Great. Okay. Buza, yes. They only fund projects over 30 million rand. So this is not for every project, but don't worry, there are always other financiers out there. They are willing to finance smaller projects. This fund was specifically set up for bigger projects. And I think what they only require your 10% collateral. So they are also really accommodative. I'm not too sure if this is the right word, but you know what I mean. They really try to help and make sure that the bar is not too high. Not related to KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund. I'm interested in funding for property development, building houses in security estate and selling them. Okay. So if you are a startup, or if you are already trading, so what you need to have in place is usually you need to have a business plan in place. You need to have usually 10% collateral also for property development in place. And usually you need to have some offtake agreements in place. That can be a little bit tricky, specifically if you do private estates. It is usually a little bit easier if you want to do office parks, because companies are easily able to sign offtake agreements and state, as soon as company XYZ is ready, we will rent from them, and we need, I don't know, 1,000 square meters, and we are willing to pay 200 rand per square meter. Yeah. Jabulu Swana asked, is recycling considered? I think it always depends on what you really want to do in recycling. You remember the list of what I showed you, what they finance? Let me quickly go back here. So they do transport, manufacturing, telecommunication, power and energy. So if you get out of recycling, energy, recycled materials, energy, I'm sure they will take that into consideration. And the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund also has a nice area where they say any other sector So they are more than happy to have a look at it. But these are the mentioned sectors are the main sectors they like to get involved. So now I need to find the questions here again. Already trading, have a sideboard for 600,000, have NHBRC, Mpo, great, well done. What I would like you to do is, let me send you my email address. Then you can do me a favor, Mpo, contact me, send me an email, tell me how much money you need. I can see that you also have, so you will not only the developer, you will be also the construction company. And I'd like to have a little bit more details about your project, where it is, what exactly you want to build. And then I'm able to give you profound advice. At the moment, it's just an overview, and most of the financiers and funders have 20 pages rules and regulations, and we definitely need to go a little bit more into detail so that you get, yes, profound advice from me. Hi, Mpo. I'm also interested in the property development and real estate. Please drop me an email at Booza for possible partnership. Great, that's what I like. Please network. So usually it is easier if you find some great partners and work together. Tata, in terms of NEF, do they fund startups, agriculture business within the rural areas? Yes. NEF has a special fund for startups. I think they are concentrating not on agriculture, but they are concentrating on agro-processing projects. Tata, if you want some more information, and please drop me an email and tell me exactly what you want to do, how much money you need, for what you need the capital. And then I'm able, either way I say, yes, NEF is the right one, or I'm able to tell you, you know what, I suggest to apply with somebody else, maybe Land Bank or something like that. Jan Carstens, apologies accepted. He joined a little bit late. Can you explain on the BEE requirements and how one structures one proposal or application? Okay, so Jan, the information I'll give you today is specifically for the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund. Okay, so they expect a minimum of 40% BEE shareholders, and they need to be involved in the operation. Then the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund is interested in your venture and will have a look at it. Okay. Sometimes there are some other options out there. If it is not the KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund, other funds and financiers have different requirements. I need to have a look then on your specific project and venture, and then I will be able really to assist you. Can you send me the email address? Okay, Jan saw that. Let me quickly post my email address again. Funding connection.koza. Okay, I'll quickly go back to Facebook and see if there are some questions on the Facebook page. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't see anything. Let me quickly go onto my Facebook funding connection page and let me have a look if there are some questions. I know KwaZulu Natal Growth Fund is really, really a specific fund. It's not for everybody. It is regional. It starts from over 30 million rand on, but it is a nice fund. So this is definitely why I wanted to share this with you. Okay, so there are no questions on Facebook. That's okay. So if you want me to have a look at your venture, if you want me to be able to advise what you can do, where you can go, and also how then to apply for specific funds, please feel free to contact me. I definitely, dagmar@fundingconnection.coza. This is my email address, Tata, that's absolutely correct. So then just contact us and we will see what we can do for you. If you need a business plan, please contact us so that we can give you a quote. We are more than happy also to draft business plans, because I know what the financier wants to see in a business plan. So I'm able to advise you during the whole process and say, this is critical information, this needs to be in there. Sometimes I also advise, I wouldn't mention it. I usually say, make it as easy as possible so that the financier is able to approve your finance. We are also able to assist with the whole application process, filling in all the forms, compiling all the documentations, and absolutely critical, making sure that the whole application is consistent, because that's something what lots of times happens, is that in the business plan people say we will have 100 people employed, and on the other side in the financial forecast they have 20,000-30,000 rand salary and wages each and every month. So that doesn't fit. It's a common mistake. And I explained to you also why it happens. A business plan and a business idea is always a work in progress. So you are changing some things, but then you forget where you also need to change the same information. Tiboho, pleasure. And Jan say thanks very much. Okay, and Tiboho obviously also gets all our emails and our responses to it. Great. Henry, I see you raised the hand. Please, if you scroll down, there is the chat. What can I do for you? Let me see. Henry, I can allow you to talk. Do you want me to do that? Let me see what's happening. You need now to go onto your... Let me see if I have control here. No. Can you do me a favor? Just post it. Okay, so then in the chat, because then I'm able to answer your questions. Otherwise, if you don't want to do that here now, that's fine with me too. You've got my email address. Drop me an email. I'm just waiting here and see if Henry still, can you write? Can't see anything here. Okay. Okay, Henry, you know what? I'm just waiting for you to drop me an email. You've got my email address there. I hope so. And then I'm more than happy to assist you and help you to answer your questions. Okay, Jabulo, thanks very much. I know you. So, okay, great. Enjoy the week. I wish you all of the success you definitely deserve. And we keep in touch, and we will definitely see us next week again. Take care. Bye-bye.